Good evening friends, welcome to the online presentation of maths. Now continuing from our last video, we will see some of the properties related with centroid and median. Okay, now let's have an arbitrary triangle ABC. Okay, and let's have the midpoints of the three sides of this triangle ABC. Now let's have the midpoint of the side BC here, let's call it as D. Let's have the midpoint of AC here, let's call it as E, and let's have the midpoint of AB, side AB as here, and let's call it as F. Now since this D is the midpoint, therefore the distance from B to D and the distance from C to D will be equal, therefore distance BD will be equal to distance CD. Similarly, the distance from A to E and the distance from C to E will again be equal. Now this side is equal to that side. Again, BF will be equal to AF. Okay, now let's join the three midpoints of this triangle. Now let's join the midpoints of this triangle. Okay. Now the triangle that we have just got by joining the midpoints of the three sides is known as medial triangle. It is nothing more than a fancy name. It is medial triangle. So medial triangle is nothing but it is a triangle which is formed by joining the midpoints of the three sides of the triangle. Now there are some interesting properties that are associated with this medial triangle. And the important property of this medial triangle is that the medial triangle divides the larger triangle ABC into four smaller triangles which are congruent to each other. I mean to say that these four smaller triangles which are formed by medial triangle, they are congruent to each other. They have equal, they are congruent in all respect. Therefore all the area of each of the smaller triangle will be equal to the other area. And another property is that all these smaller triangles are identical to the larger triangle ABC. Now let's prove what we have just said. Now if you focus on the triangle, BAC. If you look at the triangle BAC and triangle DEC. Now in the triangle BAC and DEC, the angle C is common. Also, what we also know that the side CD upon side BC is equals to half. Why? Because BD is equals to DC, therefore this side will be half of the side BC. Again, if you look at CE upon AC, the ratio is again half. Now in these two triangles we have got one angle common and the ratio of the corresponding sides on either side of this angle. The ratio of the corresponding sides on either side of the angle is equal, which is half. Therefore we can clearly and safely say that triangle BAC is similar to triangle DEC. And since these two triangles are similar, therefore the ratio of the corresponding sides of this triangle, then the ratio of all the corresponding sides in these two triangles will be equal. Therefore DE must be equal to AB, which is equals to half. DB upon AB must be equal to half. Therefore we can say that DE is nothing but half of AB. DB is half of AB. Therefore DE will be equal to DB will be equal to either BF or FA. Now this is what we have got through side angle side similarity. This is what we have got. Okay. Now if you look the triangle BFD, again if you look at triangle BFD and triangle BAC. Now by invoking the same principle, one angle, the common angle in these two triangles is B. So angle B is common, and FB upon AB is equals to BD upon BC, which is equals to half. Now again, one angle is common, and the ratio of the corresponding sides on either side of this angle, is equal. Therefore, the triangle BFD is similar to triangle BAC. And when these two triangles are similar, therefore the ratio of all the corresponding sides must be equal. Therefore, this has to be equal to DF is equals to AC. So from here we can say that DF is nothing but half of the distance AC. And what is the half of AC? AE or EC. Therefore, FD will be equal to AE or EC. Okay. Now, I think you can do it on your own by invoking the same principle. If you look at triangle FAE, by invoking the same principle, by applying the very same logic, we can easily deduce that this side will be single mark side. This is 3 mark side, this is 2 mark side. Therefore, this side, the side FE will be half of the side BC. Because if you look at triangle FAE and BAC, by applying the same logic, we can deduce from here that FE will be half of BC. Now, if you look these smaller triangles, if you closely look at these smaller triangles, we can see that all the 3 sides of any of the triangle is composed of 3 sides. 1 mark side, 2 mark side, 3 mark side. Similarly, 1 mark side, 2 mark side, 3 mark side. 1 mark side, 2 mark side, 3 mark side. 1 mark side, 2 mark side, 3 mark side. Okay. Therefore, by SSS, side congruency, we can say that all these 4 triangles are congruent to each other. Well, I am rubbing this part. So we can say by SSS congruency, in all the 4 smaller triangles, we can safely say that triangle BDF is congruent to, if you look at this triangle DCE, which in turn is congruent to, if you look at this triangle FEA, which in turn is congruent to EFD. Therefore, you can say that all these triangles are congruent to each other. Now, since इस डबल साइड के सामने एंगल B है, therefore, और इस 3 मार्क साइड के सामने ये एंगल सी है, therefore angle BDF will be equal to angle BCA. This angle will be equal to this angle. Similarly, this angle will be equal to this angle. क्योंकि 2 मार्क साइड के सामने ये है, तो 2 मार्क साइड के सामने ये भी होना चाहिए. ओके, नाउ अगेन सिंगल मार्क के सामने we can say we have got this angle, we have got this angle. Okay, I think we have proved now. Therefore this angle will be equal to this angle, this angle will be equal to this angle. Okay, now since we have proved that all the 4 triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, now if you look at this angle BDF, ये एंगल इस एंगल के इक्वल है, therefore अगर आप इस लाइन को एक्सटेंड करोगे तो we can say that these corresponding angles are equal. अगर ये corresponding angles equal है तो can we say that this, I mean this is parallel to this, this is parallel to this. Okay, now this equals to this, क्योंकि 1 मार्क के सामने ये एंगल होगा तो 1 मार्क के सामने ये है. Now this line AB is parallel to line DE, and therefore corresponding angles are equal. If you look at the corresponding angles are equal, therefore we can say that this line is parallel to this line, this line is parallel to this line. और क्योंकि ये एंगल इसके इक्वल होगा तो we can clearly say that this line is parallel to this line. Okay, so these are the properties that we have just seen in what are the properties that are associated with medial triangle. Now this medial triangle, the properties of this medial triangle comes very handy. So hopefully that you have learned that how we have reached the conclusion that why these 4 triangles are congruent to each other and why these smaller triangles are identical to the larger triangle. Okay, and in the next video we will see some more important properties. Okay, thank you.